What's going on, family? I'm Andrew with Definition Sports Massage. We're here with Shelly today. She is a, are you a professional bodybuilder? Are you a pro?
No, not a pro yet.
Not yet.
I did my first national show this year.
Okay. She's on her way to becoming a pro bodybuilding athlete. What class do you compete in?
Bikini.
Bikini. She competes in bikini.
I jump figure bikini, but...
Okay. You have more of a figure body.
Yeah. I kind of can go both ways. I'm one of those physiques, and size-wise, I'm kind of in between classes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm trying to stick with bikini.
Okay. So, we're going to check out her lower part of her body. She's got... You want to go ahead and just give a brief summary of what happened and what's going on back there?
Well, I broke my back in 1998 riding horses, and I should have had the surgery back then, and I didn't. I waited. I had a young kid, so I just couldn't afford to have the surgery. And finally got to the point in, I think it was like 2012, where my doctor, I had so much tissue damage that there had been bone fragments that migrated into my spinal column and they were actually blocking spinal fluid from being able to go up and down. So it wasn't anymore about just the pain, it was about paralysis. He's like, you're literally just kind of teetering on that all the time.
So you didn't sever anything, did you?
I didn't sever anything, no, but over the years, the damage just, the bones degenerated and got so bad. You know, they put me on Vicodin when I broke it, and they left me on Vicodin.
And it just kind of let it,
I was taking 20, 30 of those pills a day. So, I mean, that really dentons the pain. Oh, yeah. It dentons the hell out of the pain.
Okay.
So I was just causing more damage. At the end of it all, my problem was the opiates eat your muscles.
Yeah.
They had ate every bit of muscle structure I had. So by the time it came time for the surgery, right, my body couldn't even hold itself up, and it didn't even know what to do. So the doctor, we did the surgery, and even after then, I was like, hey, still hurting, like, you know, you told me this would take this away, and it didn't quite take all the pain away. And so he's like, you've got to get stronger. Yeah. He's like, you have no muscle mass. You are 140 pounds and 48% body fat. That my elbow was the biggest part of my, like, really anything, because it was just simply the bone mass involved.
That's ridiculous.
It was nuts.
Okay.
So so that was what started me bodybuilding, and I immediately went into powerlifting, because knowing that.
How was powerlifting with all that hardware in the back?
Well, I did it because I knew I wanted to protect my back. Yeah. And I knew if I just mindlessly went in the gym and started lifting, I would probably hurt myself. Yeah. So hooked myself up with Self-Made and Miguel and Jens.
I do know,
over back in the day when they were in Marietta, and they gave me the foundation for lifting. They taught me the basics as far as form and structure, and how to be mindful, put mind to those muscles, and that's really, I think, what's gotten me so far in bodybuilding. I think if I didn't know those things right off the bat, I probably would have hurt myself more. Yeah. But you know, it's the bodybuilding and strengthening my core and all those muscles.
Give you the knowledge to be able to start utilizing and wake up some of those atrophy muscles.
Right.
Totally understandable. Okay.
Right.
All right. So she does have, like I said, she has some hardware in her lumbar part of her spine, and then she gets a lot of the sciatic shooting down her leg.
And neuropathy.
Neuropathy means that really no blood flow. The leg just kind of goes dead and loses feeling. Not like
painful.
Yeah, not
it's
entirely
pins and
dead.
Needles on like a 100.
You
level.
basically lose all feeling, and it's you're just looking to get it. So neuropathy happens when either the nerve gets pinched, or you have low circulation, or the muscle's just not pumping enough blood and oxygen through there. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So do you mind taking off your sweater, and then we're going to have you face this way so we can take a look at your back. All right. And I'm going to just tuck this under.
Take it out.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Okay. So we can kind of see that, I mean, look at her. The spine's way in there. So your big muscles here, right here, your serratus, that's your serratus. They're overcompensating the gang load.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can actually feel the hardware right in here, right where her PSISs are supposed to be. Now, did they remove anything, or did they just build on top of everything?
No, they literally just fused it and put the cage there to support the fuse until it healed. It's like the bones healed.
And
together.
this was what year?
2014.
2014. All right. So there's.
2012.
And how long was your the recovery or the rehabilitation?
It was like 6 months.
6 months? Okay. So your TFL seems like it's working a lot. I'm going to touch your glutes. Is that kind of sensitive?
Not so bad.
Okay. You got a huge knot right there.
The deeper you go,
and it feels like this one's more toned than this side is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right.
So this side's all tatted and this side's not. So this side hides a lot of definition as to where this side, and then two, this is my stage side. So I pop this side.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my picture side. That's
so what side you get the sciatic and your hip flexors bug you?
This one.
That side? Okay. All right. So let's have you face down. We're gonna poke around and take a look.
Do you want?
As soon as you lay down and take pressure off this muscle just sinks in.
I know. I literally, like, you could feel it settle when I lay down. It's painful.
Okay, and the sciatic is on this side?
Yes.
Okay, is that glute relaxed?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That means it's always in constant action. That glute like that?
I train legs and glutes 3 times a week.
Okay.
Heavy, too. Oh, fuck my life.
Okay. So, how often you get work done?
Never.
Okay. So that's one of the things that we have to be conscious about. She doesn't really ever stimulate the muscles the way we're going to stimulate them today. So it's not going to feel that great to you.
I know. I've had work done before in the past.
So right now, we're getting into her glute and her TFL. And then this is where her labrum is, and this is where her IT band is. And her IT band sucks. Yeah. We're going to have fun today, guys. All right. So I need you to just breathe and try to keep everything as relaxed as possible. We're going to warm you up right now. And we're going to start on your right side.
Okay. I'm going to treat this like a tattoo appointment. I use my breathing meditation to get me through my tattoos. We're going to have to do the same thing here.
And then... So, today, did you work out today?
I did.
And tomorrow you're working out?
Probably not. I normally, like, when I have this kind of work done, I'll take a day or so off.
Take a day off, yeah, okay.
Yeah, let the body heal, let it do its thing.
So with anybody who's getting work done like this, what we are doing is breaking down the scar tissue and creating more blood flow and oxygen. Sometimes the next couple days, it's like if you worked out for the first time in a very long time, you feel kind of like crap, you feel really sore, and that's because we're breaking down that muscle and then trying to show it the way to go. So you will feel really sore after this. Doesn't mean you're broken. Just we're restructuring the muscle. So before we get into all the tools, I'm just trying to warm her up as much as possible and then figure out exactly where I need to work. Relax the glute, relax it. And I'm assuming you don't see a chiropractor at all.
They won't touch me.
Yeah.
Even though, like, I try to, like, I would think that my C-spine and my T-spine could be adjusted, no problem. Just not my lumbar spine because of the hardware.
Right. Let it go, let it go. There you go.
But they won't touch me.
Now, at any point, if you start to feel your sciatic go off, let me know.
Cool. Safe word is watermelon.
Pineapple.
Pineapples. There you go.
Awesome. So this is where a majority of her scar tissue is at. And I'm pretty sure...
and I cracked my pelvis, too, on that side.
Okay.
When I broke my back. So I cracked it up into the hip joint this way. So the way the doctor explained it was almost like, he's like, you're going to have, like, early arthritis because of the constant movement in the joint, right?
The rubbing
like,
down that, yeah.
Yeah, he said you're going to build up scar tissue in that joint. And eventually, he's like, you're going to have, like, a hip replacement because the scar tissue will build up and it's going to push that bone out of that joint.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the pain is from the scar tissue or if it's, they say it's sciatica. But he tells me all the time that I've got arthritic hips.
Okay, so nice big deep breath. And there you go, let it go, relax it. You might feel that sciatic fire off. Let it go, drop the glute. So right now I'm just trying to stimulate the glute major and minor as much as possible.
Oh, that did it.
Firing off? Okay. That's not a bad thing. Drop the glute. There we go. Drop it. There. Drop it. It's all right.
That's easy for you to say.
I'm going to keep reminding you. I'm going to sound like a broken record. Nice deep breath in. And nice long exhale. Let that glute go. Let it fall. Beautiful. Awesome. So when this glute is nice and relaxed, it won't be so perky. We want that. That's a healthy muscle. Now I want you to let me know if you feel any pain other than the stretch.
No, but I'm pretty flexible.
Okay.
I could actually do the splits again, which I haven't been able to do since I was probably like 14.
Okay. How's this feel right here?
That's fine.
Okay. You feel a stretch?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice big deep breath. And let it go, let it go. Beautiful. So you work out at HB.
Yeah.
You have a coach there?
Oh, no. I coach myself.
Okay. There you go. Let it go. Now you feeling that one.
Yeah.
Hip flexor or back here on the glute?
Glute.
Okay, good. There we go. My goal is to keep this hip pinned down while I get her ankle to touch the back of her knee. Nice big deep breath. And exhale. Now it's able to get back here a little bit easier, not too much fight. Now it feels like a good stretch. There we go. Now the glute's not fighting back so much. Okay, we're gonna go the opposite way now.
You beat it up, it's not perky no more.
But when you hit the gym again, it's gonna be full
the
of blood.
activation, I know.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, I didn't really believe too much in this therapy shit, and I until I used to get it done regularly.
Right.
I had a guy that would
Brady. Mother truckers.
But yeah, the activation that you're able to
let it go.
Get afterwards is insane.
There we go. You guys probably can't see it on camera. You guys can see it. How this glute is up high and this one's down low. You can see how nice and relaxed this glute is. And now we're just gonna again stimulate. Breathe, breathe. Sciatic's firing off. Okay. It's not a bad thing that the sciatic is firing off. Relax the glute. There we go. And as soon as I lift off of it, it stops, right? Awesome. We're gonna bring that glute up. You might feel it in your coccyx on this side. When we hit that spot right there. Fuck. Nice big deep breaths. Now we're gonna bring that glute down and we're gonna get into your TFL. It's gonna feel like a little speed bump right there.
Oh, fuck.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go. Look at that. Already so much better. Okay. We're gonna start using some of our tools now. And I'm just looking for, I don't like to call it scar tissue. I don't like to call it trigger points. It's an adhesion or an inconsistency inside the muscle. I have no idea what's under there. It could be scar tissue, it could be a trigger point, it could be a knot in the muscle. I mean, they all pretty much mean the same thing. But an inconsistency is what we are calling them because the muscle is not consistent. That's where I want to work at. So right through here. It's almost going to feel like I'm stabbing her a little bit. So any shows you're competing in this year?
I don't know yet. I want to. I like the Tahoe show.
Okay.
Just because I love Chris Mine's show. They're so much fun, and they're organized so well. But that's in like 12 weeks or 8 weeks.
Okay.
Which I honestly probably could prep for.
I was gonna say you could kind of consistently stay ready.
Yeah. But other than that, I want to get on a national stage again.
Okay.
Like I realized that doing that national show this year, that's a whole different level of competition than a regional show.
That's what all of our athletes were saying. It's a different environment.
It is totally different. And that, I mean, honestly, like at the end of the day, I do these things because I want to compete.
Right.
I want to step on stage with someone where I'm scared.
Yeah.
So and that's that level. That's that national level. So that's where I want to be.
Okay. How many shows did you do last year?
3.
3?
All 5 weeks apart.
Oh, really? That close together?
Yep.
How was that on the body?
My body actually responds to prep very well.
Interesting.
So, and like even now, like the last show was December 14th, and I've been on a cheeseburger diet ever since. Like legit, and I'm still.
You know Bobby, right?
Uh-huh.
Dude, the show we did, it was no. I can't remember. I think it was 2 years ago. We did. We went to a show with him. He ate like 12 burgers in one day before he got on stage.
Dude, sometimes I'll eat In-N-Out twice in a day.
Yeah, he looked amazing on stage.
It's
As a matter
funny.
of fact, it was that picture right there.
Yeah.
12 burgers. That was 12 burgers in, guys.
It's so funny how you're like.
Why do they eat like that?
Right.
Kind of to shock. Everything's a science, dude. They shock the system. The salt, the fats, the carbs. Like it either will bloat you or suck you in, and they know his body well enough to where when he went on stage, his muscles popped, everything sucked up.
That's the one thing or advantage I think I have with coaching myself. I know my body so well.
Right.
I can tell you exactly how it's going to respond to an ounce of alcohol, to dropping my water, to increasing my carbs, increasing my fats, all of it.
Yeah.
And I can almost give you like a hourly breakdown of the changes you'd see.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then after that, we'll get into the cups. I want you to just give me a wide squat.
Ooh.
How's that feel?
Good.
Awesome. All right, let's get you face back down. And then we're going to cup, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to cup. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in, this is Shelly. She is competing to be a professional bodybuilder. I am Andrew. I am the owner of Definition Sports Massage, and we're working on her today. It's her first time in a long, long time getting work done. First time getting work done by us. The biggest nerve in your body goes right down from your lower part of your spine all the way down through your glutes and to your legs. So if you ever get in a burning, shooting, consistent pain, it's majority because that sciatic nerve is being pinched or in distress somehow. There's ways to fix it. Some of the least invasive ways to do that is with massage therapy. Okay, so I'm gonna pull these down just a bit. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, relax the glutes. There you go. So we're gonna put our first cup on. You tell me how you feel. Everybody acts a little bit differently to these. So we're gonna put it on her glute. Not too bad?
No, all good.
Awesome. After this, we'll be flipping over and we're just gonna look at her IT bands.
You should say that how like don't be afraid if you've had past surgery, like plates and stuff, that this won't like be that too much of a bad problem. Because if it were me, I'd be like nervous about ever coming in because I think it's.
I was so nervous to have this done at first, but then I realized like I needed to have it done because I've got all that hardware in my spine, and I'm working out and twisting my bodies in all these different ways. The muscles get bound up around that hardware.
Yes.
You have to do something to release it because your body can't do it on its own.
So that is a good point. A lot of people are scared to get this type of work done. You should always be cautious because again, anybody can pick these tools up and start using them, and then literally, excuse my ladies, they will fuck you up. But you want to get a professional. Make sure. Do a background. Make sure how long they've been in this field, who have they worked on, how long have they worked on this individual, like who are they, and then be able to determine whether this person's the right fit for you or not. Because there are a lot of people that I've seen out there who just jack people up.
No lie, like that guy that messed up my neck, I've never had it so messed up before in my life. I could barely lift my arm in any kind of direction.
That's horrible.
Above
guys.
like a 45-degree.
So I'm gonna put a small one right here. I want you to let me know if this irritates you at all. You got a lot of scar tissue right in here.
Okay.
Someone said, why are you using the cup with the pressure rod there?
With the little trigger point. Honestly, I don't like them, but they're in there. They're hard to get out, so I leave them in there. Literally, I personally think that these little trigger points don't make a difference. There are some of our therapists who absolutely love these things, and some of the clients who think that these work. And I'm not gonna fight against that. Everybody has different beliefs. Something works for somebody that doesn't work for somebody else. So I learned that with doing the cups. So I want to put you in a position. Do you know what cat-cow is? Okay. So you tell me if you're comfortable with this. You're going to get on all fours on the table, and you're basically going to do a cow position and a cat position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Are you okay with doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump on the table. I want your knees to be as far under your hips as possible. There you go. This is where it's going to start. So the reason why we're going to have her keep going back, I'm going to make sure you're in good position. Bring the knees a little bit higher up. A little bit higher up. There you go. So you're going to take the belly button all the way up, and as you go take that stomach up, you're going to squeeze your glutes in. Go, go, go. Bring that back. Back up, back up, back up. I know you got more on you. There you go. Now take your belly and take it to the floor. And make sure your head is towards the sky. So what we're doing is contracting the muscles to lengthen them and just trying to stimulate them a different way. Go a little bit higher with your head. Drop the back a little bit more if you can. There you go. And then go back up. Back and forth. Drop the head. Take that belly button all the way up. Awesome. And you're going to do this over and over. I'll start taking these off once the movement gets easier for her. And they will start to get easier for her. The cups change colors, whether you have a lot of toxins in there. If they don't change color, it usually means there's not enough oxygen or blood flow through there. It could be numerous of different things why these cups change colors. But those are some of the reasons why they would, and those are the reasons that we go by. Is that getting easier and easier to move? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now you can see she's actually getting lower as she does more of them, and then she's going to go higher. She's going to keep going as I take these things off. There you go. Beautiful. Make sure you squeeze those glutes in. Good. Yes. This is one of my favorite poses to do because how often are you guys doing this? This is not a movement that you guys do. So that saying does exist. If you do not use it, you will lose it.
I actually do these a lot because this is a good way to decompress your spine.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Keep going. How's that feel? Easy?
Amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. I want you to stand up for me. Now we're going to look at her IT bands, which is a very important part.
I hate it when you're doing a video and he's...
Marsh is always making fun of me.
They're so tight. Oh, okay. God, I'm going to cuss a lot during this.
That's all right. So, IT bands, they absolutely suck. If these bands are nice and loose, they'll either get really tight and start to cause pain in your knee, your hip flexors, your hips, your lower back. Basically, if these rubber bands back are right here on the sides are tighter on one side than they are on the other, your hips right here will start to shift. And you'll start to feel that in your lumbar part of your spine, your pelvis, your knees. This band goes through the labrum, sits into your TFL, comes all the way down, goes through the knee. So if you're ever getting knee pain right in here, it's because this point right here or the IT band.
Do you feel that crunchy?
I do. That's pretty horrible. And if you don't work on it constantly, it is like hell to get it worked on.
Gonna suck.
Yeah. She might lift her knee up and start trying to kick me, but
flare this one.
Just breathe.
And all I'm doing literally is just applying oil with a little bit of pressure. So one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift up her IT band, because this band's supposed to be a nice free floating band. Right now it's kind of a rock. Yeah, it's kind of a rock right now, and it should feel like a nice bouncy rubber band. When you hold it up like that, and you just go bing, 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 bing. Okay. Nice big deep breath.
Oh my God.
It's a very normal reaction. I usually do 3 strokes, and then the next 3 strokes, I'm actually gonna pull that. I'm gonna tear the IT band away from the muscle, and she's gonna love it. Nice big deep breath. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, just kind of take a mental note of this, how that feels. Okay. This is gonna suck.
That already sucked.
You ready? Nice big deep breath.
Fuck.
There we go.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
We're gonna do that 2 more times. The last one's not gonna feel that bad. Okay. So what I'm doing is getting underneath this IT band, this little pocket right here. I'm getting underneath this IT band, and I'm lifting it up and waiting until it falls back down. That's gonna create a lot of space for the hip and the knee. Round 2. This one's probably gonna be the worst one. Nice big deep
He's like,
breath.
don't kick me in the face.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Fuck,
There we go. Did you feel that fall down? Yeah. This is why people don't come see us right away after our first session. But you start to notice a difference. Okay, we're gonna get right up here. This one's not gonna suck that bad.
You say that, but
Let it go, let it go. There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna poke around. Let it go, relax it. You feel the difference between that stiff board and this has nice bounce to it?
Well, even just from before when you poked it.
Moving it around.
The movement.
Yeah, nice
I
and
could feel
jiggly.
it moving versus it wasn't. Yeah.
Look at that. Not too much of a jiggle, and then we gotta. Look at that. It's nice, guys. Oh, this is the easy stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna start cutting her up.
I hit 2 PRs last week on legs.
You about to hit another one?
So this is like, oh,
You about to hit another one?
that's all right.
The amount of blood and oxygen that you get into your muscles after a session like this is ridiculous. So if you go into the gym and you feel like something's not activating or you just can't grow something, get cupping by a cupping professional, and you will see the difference literally the next day. Your back opens. Like for a lot of our competitors, such as Bobby, Travis, when they get their backs worked on, dude, the next day their backs look they look ready to fly away.
So how do you feel about a TIMS unit? So when I had my surgery, my glutes went completely inactive, right?
Okay.
So when I started bodybuilding, I literally had the ass of like a 90-year-old man. So one of the things that I've been doing, I use it obviously for like therapy for recovery, but for just even activation. I've been putting it on my glutes to like activate them right before my workout, and then I'll work out and I'll put them on again afterwards.
So for you, it's not a bad thing to do because your muscles kind of its go-to
I'm
is
thinking
atrophy.
I'm trying to create the neurological pathway.
So for someone who is consistently in the gym, they have a good body mass. I think it really does it doesn't do anything. The TENS unit is meant for someone who has atrophied muscles and needs to stimulate that muscle to wake it up so they can go into the gym and start to get some proper stimulation and blood flow.
So that's what someone with an injury, it would be beneficial.
Or who has atrophy. I mean, anybody who sits all the time has atrophied muscles. So it'd be good for them. But as far as like for your legs, I wouldn't use it for your legs. Your lower back, yes. Your glutes, yes. But for like, you get good activation in your quads. I wouldn't use it there.
Yeah.
So
I've only been using it on my glutes and my hamstrings, just simply for activation purposes. Like.
Okay. So what I want you to do is bend the knee and take it to your chest. Yeah. This is a form of ART. I want you to keep this leg down.
It doesn't want to do that.
Oh, it's gonna do it.
I'm telling it to. I really am.
I'll force it. Fuck. Keep that leg down. This is the first time I've met her. And look how close we are already. Bend it, bend it, bend it. And then come back down. And full, that's gonna suck. Fully extend it. Relax, relax it. The leg all the way down. Relax the hip. Relax the leg. Relax it. You're not there yet. There you go. And we're gonna do that again.
Oh my god. That was intense.
It'll get easier. Go ahead, let's try that. Oh, it's the same size.
Someone said my video skills are terrible.
What's that?
My video skills are terrible.
You said that? Who?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Somebody else commented and said that?
Yeah.
On which one?
On hers.
You sent her this emoji.
I'm so sorry.
She's not a camera lady.
I am not.
Go ahead,
I'm not a videographer. It's
No,
not my job.
No.
Okay. Marcia, stop breathing.
Okay.
Wait, where does the comments at?
Okay, so now what I want you to do, that feels a little bit easier now that you're going up. Go ahead, take it up one more time. You son of a bitch.
You know that one doesn't
Son of a
fit.
building blocks, Woody. Awesome.
You see it shaking?
That's all right. How much water have you drinking today?
Probably not enough.
Yeah. Now what I want you to do is come to the edge and let this leg hang off. Come to the edge. You're going to still lay just like that. Okay. A little bit further. Bring that hip. There you go. So now you're going to... They're popping off because she hasn't drank enough water today. And then we're going to bring it back up.
Which is true. I've probably been drinking like one, maybe
You're going to
two
stay right
water
there. Reset the leg, relax it, and then take it up to the chest. And then we're going to do that same motion where you bring it up, get it up there. There you go. And then fully extend.
That's the part that hurts the worst.
Yep. Because we put your muscle at a short point, and then you force it to extend again with the cups of grabbing that muscle. Now you're going to bring it back down. The Lord is with you.
Oh, God.
Bring it back up. And take it.
It's gonna pop off. Watch.
I want you to do this twice by yourself. I'm not going to help you at all. What questions do you guys have? I want to know. Tell me. I need to know. I need to be fed questions.
They want to know if you can record instead.
YouTube, I want you to know down in the comments below what you want to see, what pains are bugging you, so that way I can post it up on our channel and be able to help you guys out. Awesome. Good job. A lot easier?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Keep going. And I will get Marsh some camera lessons. She will be back. Oh my God.
They want to know, I'm curious if releasing the PSOAS would help her cat cow.
So they're talking about the psoas.
Okay.
The psoas. It could, but her problem is all the hardware that's in there. That's why she doesn't have that range of motion. Yeah, that range of motion. So getting to her psoas, and if you guys don't know where that's at, it's the muscle that connects the lumbar part of your spine, then goes into your hip flexors. And the best way to get through there is going through the abdomen. It is a very tedious, painful process. But if you can get to that psoas, it'll cure so much.
Do you know how I do that when I try to get to it by myself?
How to do that?
I put my baseball right there.
Okay.
And I put a really heavy kettlebell on top of that.
That's one way to do it.
And then once I've got that weight there, then I'll run through the range of motions to
So there's
get
this
deeper.
Actually, you know who Jesse Turner is, right? So there's this tool that Jesse has. It's called, I think it's just called psoas release, and it's a kind of a fork thing like this, where you lay on it and your body.
I've seen that. Smashes into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan lives by that thing. But
It's funny because my clients will come in and they'll complain of lower back pain, and the first thing I do is lay them on their back. and release their hip flexors.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, they're like, why would that, how does that cause that? And they're not realizing, you know, the way the muscles wrap around the body.
Yeah. All right, so we just finished up our session with Shelly. We worked on her back, we worked on her IT band. She had a little bit of scar tissue in there. The hardware is not too prominent, but you can feel where the scar tissue is built up. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. The relief in my lower back is awesome. And I mean, obviously, it's like not the most pleasurable thing to go through, but the relief that it provides is so insane. Like normally, there's just this constant ball of tension back there, and right now it just feels so relaxed.
Awesome. So after a session like this, because we do break up the tissue or tearing up that scar tissue, you want to make sure that you do ice. Ice baths are always the best thing. If you can't get into an ice bath, get into a cryo chamber. If not, just throw some ice on it. Make it a continual thing. That way you can have your, that pain's not going to come back so recent. But it was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
YouTube, check us out, like us, subscribe. Enjoy.